Rocky Mountain Sasquatch organization. We're in the beautiful, colorful Colorado looking for Bigfoot. It's a mecca in the Rocky Mountains for Bigfoot sightings. We're going to give you one of the Bigfoot sighting reports that motivates us to come into the area and search for Bigfoot. This Bigfoot sighting happened on the south side of the Fossil Ridge near the base of a dry creek bed that runs east and west along a game trail that runs north side of it. The witness that submitted the report was elk hunting with his uncle. It was late afternoon, just before dark, a very nice day, clear and calm. There was no snow in the area, and the sun was behind them and looked east, and there was plenty of light to see clearly. This witness wanted to remain anonymous, just like most Bigfoot sighting witnesses do. Here's his report. My uncle and I were elk hunting along Fossil Ridge, northeast of Gunnison, Colorado, when this incident occurred. It was late afternoon when we noticed a strong odor that we thought might be elk, so we headed east toward a small ridge, hoping to find one on the other side. As we got closer, we heard the noise of rocks being banged together. As we topped the ridge, we saw a large, dark brown animal squatting at the edge of a dry creek bed with its back towards us. It was banging two rocks together with its hands and making a grunting, growling noise each time the rocks hit. It seemed to sense our presence almost immediately and turned around and looked at us. Then it quickly stood up and jumped across the creek in one motion. I remember thinking, nothing can move like that. It ran up the slope on the north side of the creek bed at an angle and disappeared into the pine and aspen trees further up the hill. We could see it for about 50 feet before it was gone from sight. It moved real quietly for something that big. I estimate its height at about 6 foot 5 inches. It was covered with long, dark brown hair that made me think of a yak. It had a strong smell. At least there was a strong smell in the area that smelt like elk urine. After we calmed down a bit, we went into the creek bed and found the true rocks, which were clipped, chipped, and broken. We looked for other signs in that place, but couldn't find anything else. The area was a dry creek bed covered in rock, river rock, near a base of a tall ridge. There was a game trail just north of this creek bed, and it was a small open area above the game trail with scrub oak and then aspen and pine forest above it, and it was a steep hillside to the north. A lot of people that investigate Bigfoot sightings or search for Bigfoot like we do talk about hearing wood knocks, rock clacks, and so forth. Personally, this is Kelly Shaw. I was at a Bigfoot sighting hotspot. It's called the Bloody Bucket in Idaho in 2012, and I woke up to a coyote howling just before the sun come up. It woke me up, and then I was drifting back off to sleep, and then the rock clacks started. And these rock clacks would just clack, 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 I don't know, for 10, 20 seconds or whatever, and then they would stop for a minute or so, start back up again, clack, 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 and this went on for about a half hour. I'd be about ready to doze off, and they would start off again. And so, being in a Bigfoot sighting hotspot, I was there searching for Bigfoot. I finally, I got to see what's doing this, and I go to get out of the tent, and as soon as I start zipping, and I waited for it to start rock clacking, so hopefully it wouldn't hear me opening the tent. So as soon as it started its little rock clacking thing, I started to unzip the tent, and it must have heard because it immediately stopped. And then I get out of the tent, and there's this small hill behind my campsite, and that's the direction they were coming from. So I climb the hill, and I look down on the other side, and of course, there's nothing. The elusive Bigfoot. But there's also other animals. There are yellow-bellied marmosets that are known for holding a small rock in their hand and banging it against a bigger rock. So I couldn't rule out a marmoset because I did not see a marmoset. I couldn't rule out a Bigfoot. I didn't see a Bigfoot. But these guys come up on a Bigfoot and actually watched it cracking rocks together, and hard enough it broke these river rocks that it was chipping together. They went up and found the rocks that were broken. They looked around for footprints and couldn't find any. It was just too rocky of an area to find footprints. So anyway, this is a great Bigfoot sighting report for people that claim to be Bigfoot researchers. I don't really claim to be a Bigfoot researcher. I look for Bigfoot. I'll let other people be the researchers, but I search for Bigfoot and Bigfoot sighting hotspots. This is a Bigfoot sighting hotspot in Colorado, in the lower 48, in the Rocky Mountains. Colorado boasts the most Bigfoot sighting reports out of anywhere in the Rocky Mountains. So us at Rocky Mountain Sasquatch Organization, we're going to continue for searching for Bigfoot in beautiful, colorful Colorado. I hope you enjoyed this Bigfoot sighting report as much as I did. I feel like now when I hear the wood knocks and the rock clacks that it just might be a Bigfoot behind the activity. Keep on watching. We're going to keep on squatching. This Bigfoot sighting took place in November of 1990.